Now, at least 9 have died and 29 are injured after an explosion at Srinagar's Nowgam police station. And according to sources, the blast occurred when the team was extracting samples from explosives seized from Haryana's Faridabad, which is in connection with the Delhi Red Fort blast case. Now, the material was part of the 2,900 kg of explosive materials recovered from the rented house of arrested Dr. Muzammil Ganai, and was being sampled as part of the ongoing investigation. The injured people have been taken to the hospital where they are receiving treatment. Deputy Commissioner of Srinagar, Akshay Labru, met the blast victims in the hospital. Now, the area has been cordoned off by the police and entry towards the police station has been stopped as well. Investigation is underway, but initial police statements indicate that the explosion was accidental. Now, for people just joining in, at least 9 people have died and 29 are injured. And this after an explosion at Srinagar's Nowgam police station took place. And according to sources, the blast occurred when the team was extracting samples from explosives seized from Haryana's Faridabad in connection with the Delhi Red Fort blast case. Now, the material was part of the 2,900 kg of explosive materials, which was recovered from the rented house of arrested Dr. Muzammil Ganai, and was being sampled as part of the ongoing investigation. Now, the injured people have been taken to the hospital where they are receiving treatment. Now, for more details, our special senior correspondent, Idris Lone, is now joining us from Nowgam. Thank you so much, Idris, for joining us live. What we know that it has been seen as an accidental explosion. What is the latest that you can tell us?
Well, yes, it was an accidental explosion that took place inside the police station of Nowgam, which is in this residential area. As you can see, this whole area has been completely sealed now. Nobody is allowed to move beyond this point except the security personnel. We see that there are some security cars that are going in at the moment as well. Let me tell you that the debris is still being cleared, although what we have heard from our sources from Jammu and Kashmir police now say that 9 people have died in this blast incident, while as 29 others are injured who are shifted to different hospitals, including the Indian Army's base hospital in Badami Bagh. On the other hand, what we also know is that a team from the FSL as well as administrative team were inspecting this explosive that was brought in from the Faridabad. There was a terror module which was busted by Jammu and Kashmir police along with the UP and Haryana police. But since Jammu and Kashmir police was the first organization to lead the whole probe, they were the ones who basically brought and seized all the arms and ammunition that was recovered in that terror module bust. All those 2,900 kgs of explosive was brought here to the police station in Nowgam. Later on, a team from the FSL, Jammu and Kashmir administration, as well as the police personnel were present. They were inspecting all the explosive that was brought when the accident happened. And so far, we've been told that 9 people have died in that explosion. Let me tell you that this whole area that is behind me, at least till 100 to 200 meters, all the houses, their window panes have completely broken. Their doors have been smashed. That was the intensity of the blast. I live personally around 3 to 4 kilometers from here, and I could hear the intensity of the blast at my house as well. It was heard in the southern part of Srinagar all over. That was the intensity of the blast, and now very unfortunate that 9 people have lost their lives in the incident, while as around 29 are injured who are being treated.
And if you could also, now of course you also told us that this occurred when the team was extracting samples from the explosive that were seized from Haryana's Faridabad. Do we know that were these civilians who died, or do we have some officers who are included in the deaths and the injured?
Well, at the moment, there is no clarity who were present inside because the whole area is still being cleared. The debris of the police station is also being cleared still. Although the incident happened at around 11:22 p.m., but a team from the forensic was there present at the police station. That's what we know, along with the civil administration officers as well as the officers from Jammu and Kashmir police. We still are not clear about the ranks of the people who were there, but there were teams from 3 different departments who were inspecting this explosive that was brought from Faridabad. This is the area this is the road also that goes towards the police station. As you can see, there are these police personnel who have now completely blocked the road towards police station. Not even the residents are allowed to move. Some of the residents who live very close to the police station, their houses have been damaged a lot as well. We went there yesterday when the incident happened. The windows broken, their doors completely smashed. The intensity of the blast was such that they were also traumatized. And that is why some of them have shifted from this place at the moment, because there could be some more explosive present at the location, and that's why security forces don't want to take any risks and have asked people to stay away from the incident site.
Right. It is, of course, also that now that we know that probe is also going on in connection with the Delhi Red Fort blast case. Now we see this incident occurring too. Is there any kind of progress in that investigation, if you are aware of any, related to the Red Fort blast case that has happened?
Well, yes, the investigation in that case still continues. We have seen raids happening across the Kashmir division, especially in the southern part of Kashmir in Anantnag, Shupian, Pulwama and Kulgam. We saw how around 15 people were detained, which also included doctors by the counterintelligence wing of Jammu and Kashmir police. And the investigation still continues. We also saw Dr. Umar Nabi, who's the main accused in the Red Fort blast. His house was razed to ground by security forces yesterday during the intervening night. And then we also saw how security forces have intensified their operations across the Kashmir Valley. In the last 2 weeks, there have been more than 2,300 raids across Jammu and Kashmir, whether the raids have been on the over-the-ground workers' houses, former terrorists, the people who have been associated or financing a terror organization, their houses, and also people from Jamaat-e-Islami, which is a banned organization. There have been multiple raids going on every day. Even the jails across Jammu and Kashmir, in central part of Kashmir, southern Kashmir, as well as the northern part of Kashmir, all the jails were checked as well, and some of the communication devices were recovered from there, from some of the jails, and an inquiry was set up into that as well.
All right, it is, of course. Thank you so much for joining us right now and giving us the latest. Of course, we'll be coming back to you if we get more details coming in. Thank you.